Hello, are we on? Oh, we're on. Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Deep with Amandeep. This is your host of Going Deep with Amandeep. I am your host, Aman, of the show Going Deep with Amandeep. This is Home Alone edition. It's the last day of March of 2024. Time flies fast when your life's falling apart. I love that meme. Very relatable every time I see it and every time I mention it. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. I see one person is in the chat. Let me spam some 100s. Lego. Why is it so fun? Why is it so addictive to just click, 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 click? See emoticons or emojis fly. It's actually not a bad experience. Anyway, I'm having my late night banana. I love bananas. I love them nature's room temperature ice cream. You know, because think about it. No seed. Soft, creamy. That sounds like a non-functioning penis. But anyway, yes. Welcome to the stream. We're going to go back to our regular programming in a while. Which is what? What do we usually do? It's been a while I haven't done this. I've been quite busy with the comedy and midlife crises. That implies my life is only going to be... 60 is not bad. As a Kenyan, I think 60 is a good age to die. After that is just, what other jobs do you have after 60, other than politician or Mali guy. Those are the only old people working, or the guy who sharpens your, knives and stuff. There's no other jobs left for the old man, So I guess 60 is a good time to leave, especially as a Kenyan. Retirement is not a good thing in Kenya, I'm going to be honest. Pension is a problem. You saved 300,000 from a salary of 20k a year, and your pension is 300k. It lasts you like what, 4 days? Bullshit, my man, bullshit. But anyway, enough about my dreaded future. What did we do this week? So the last time we spoke was on Tuesday, I'm assuming. Yes. So Wednesday, what happened on Wednesday? Not much. Went to comedy show. Chemi restaurant. Actually, it's Nairobi Laugh Bar. I cannot believe we have a stand-up comedy club in Nairobi with regular weekly shows. It's blows my mind. And I think I'm going to make this a money-making opportunity soon. I'm going to be putting up shows at the Nairobi Laugh Bar. Hopefully, we sell out a couple of days and I can make enough income to, call myself a full-time comedian. But anyway, not bad. That was Wednesday. Wednesday was what date was Wednesday? Why does that matter? Oh, it's one day before Easter. What happened one day before Easter? Oh yeah, I met one of us Chodus in real life. I forgot his name. My God, I should have written it down because it was the first time somebody said, "Hey, I came here from the stream," and I felt so nice. I think it was Blaze or Blaz. I can't recall, man. But hey, brother, if you're on tonight, please do join. I'd like to remember your name and give you a special shout out on the stream, my man. But next time I will definitely write your name. I think it's very important. Even for me, I want to know these people who come from my streams. You guys are special. You guys are my chodus. So yeah, I think that happened on Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday, yeah. Came home, did no gymming on that day. Woke up for Thursday. Thursday was also a very interesting day. Because there was comedy on Thursday. And the reason we had comedy on Thursday is because it was the Easter weekend. So one of the organizers, my good friend Titus Mutai, thought, everybody's gonna go to Naivasha or Mombasa. No one's gonna be in Nairobi on a Friday, so let's just have the show on a Thursday. So we can accommodate people who are going to leave Nairobi for Easter. Turns out people did not leave, so Thursday was also a good show. Thursday was actually a very good show, although not me. It wasn't a full house. I'm gonna be honest. It was maybe around 40-50% packed, but the audience was the right audience. These were people who are there for comedy, and it feels nice that we have some sort of a stand-up comedy culture beginning in Nairobi. Just small steps. I hope the snowball effect starts real soon. I don't know what that means even. Just more gigs, I guess, as a comedian. But it's just happy knowing that there are people in Nairobi who look forward for specifically stand-up comedy. Like that's a form of entertainment they choose. It's I'm so lucky sometimes. I am sure I regret most of the things I do regarding comedy. For example, doing stand-up comedy, for example. But just the idea that the people who want this shit is incredible. Because music has always been the go-to entertainment. How do I say? Event. And it makes sense. Music is so much freeing. It's is most. How do I say this? A passive form of entertainment. A musician is playing, you can still order from the bar, you can still have a conversation, and you're enjoying the musician. But with comedy and maybe poetry, it's more of a theatrical experience. But the problem is it happens at a bar, so the expectation is the passive enjoyment you get from music without the active listening that it requires. So it's a tough thing to play, but hey man, can't complain. Of course can complain, but shouldn't complain. It's actually very amazing. Makes us better comedians is what I say. We roll with the environment we work in. So yeah. Anyway, not much heckling happened on Thursday. Thursday was actually very positive heckling, which I'm not really a big fan of either. Heckling is still heckling because you're ruining the flow of an inexperienced comedian, Because I am just more of those comedians who does joke, very little crowd work. Because I think I suck at it. I'm scared of it. Maybe I should just do fuck. Yeah, I think for until what? The month of May? Fuck it. We're only doing crowd work. Actually, after there's a special opening for Thai's special. Maybe after that. I think in April every Wednesday is going to be a crowd. Fuck it. Every Wednesday is going to be a crowd work special, a crowd work show. I'm just going to work the crowd. I'm going to get material from the crowd. I'm going to practice that skill because I think it's fun to have. I'm like Batman. I have the belt that has the utility belt. It has everything: smoke bombs, the freaking the spider web thing that we don't call a Gatling gun. I don't know what it's called. There is the laughing gas that makes you gay. There's so many tools you can have as Batman. And the more tools you have, the more chances you have of getting out of sticky situations, I think same applies for a comedian. Sure, I need to learn how to write jokes, present jokes. This joke writing itself is a forever learning skill. But also crowd work, I think, is important. Just rolling with the flow, getting, being okay with the crowd. I think that's my biggest weakness at the moment is the crowd work. You know what? And we're going to work on it. Hopefully by my birthday, which is in June, I think I'll have a lot of crowd work clips. And I'm glad for that. I'm actually kind of excited now that I think about it. It's a new challenge. I'm kind of scared, but hey, somebody gotta do it. If Aman ain't gonna do it, who's gonna do it? And so that was Thursday, Easter. Oh, my opening joke was... I'm like, I don't know if it's even funny on stream, but on the whatever, on the stage, it felt kind of funny. But it kind of worked because the audience was pretty late, like popping. They were hot. They were going with the jokes. They loved the show. I said, thanks to the Christians, we have a whole 4-week holiday. Then I paused. I said, actually, maybe not the Christians, maybe the Jews. We should thank the Jews, because if they hadn't done that, then I made a whole joke, and then it kind of got the oohs and ahs and the giggles. But yeah, for some reason I didn't even plan it. I just went on stage, verbal diarrhea. That's the one. So that was Thursday. Friday was also amazing. Friday was the East Friday show. Audience was tight. I had a fantastic. I can't believe I've had a show on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, my man. I'm living the dream. Saturday was fun, actually. Saturday was one of my friend's birthday, Luke. Luke is from Ireland. Very funny guy, I'm not gonna lie. He's, the thing with, I've never had many white friends, duh. And I always thought, growing up, I always thought all white people speak the same kind of English, this American English, but then Luke is from Ireland, so it took before the early stages of our friendship, I could not understand what the fuck Luke is saying. I thought Ireland is right next to England. You guys should have perfect English. Me, I'm all across fucking continents away, and my English is a bit more understandable sometimes when I'm not blocked in the nose because of the cold wind in my room, which I need. Otherwise, I'll sweat like a pig, which I already do. But to feel the cool, you know what I mean? It's fucking more. He talks like Conor McGregor, but like on another level. You fucking Monday, man. You fucking make me hungry. I'm like, brother, please. And he's also a good-looking guy, so it helps that it's easy to tolerate his English. So, but in a while, I understood Irish English, and it's pretty fun. It's very easy to understand now. I relate quite a lot to Mark Selby and all those characters. I don't think that's a stretch. But anyway, it was his birthday. He invited us to some dope ass place in, I don't even know, I have no idea what area it was. All I know, it's past Loresho. That's all I can know. Location wise, I don't even know. We just took the straight road from ABC place, the other one, not the one going to Naivasha, and we just kept going. And my god, beautiful Tigoni. It was around Tigoni area. Beautiful place. I'm like, this is the Kenya that I can't believe I was born here and I don't know about this place. But this Mzungu from Ireland knows about this place. It was like a dam. It was like a tea farm with a dam. There were like slides and shit. The water was dirty because it was like in a farm area ish. But it was amazing. It was like proper nature, and fuck, I had so much fun just chilling with new people, meeting new people, trying to practice small talk, which I guess if you're just an interesting, cool person, you can just do small talk very easily. But I think that's the problem with men like me. And that's what I've learned, by the way. That's what I learned that day. If I'm not attracted to the person, or definitely a girl, if I'm not attracted to the girl, bro, me, I have riz. They say, Aman, are you a villain in a Batman story? Because the way you talk to women, you sound like the Rizzler. May I have riz when I'm not attracted to them? Oh, it's because I don't care, right? I don't care of the outcome. I'm not under pressure to impress or say the wrong thing, So I'm just being cool. I'm just being chill. I'm just saying whatever's coming to my mind, and it works. I would say 90% of the time it works. Of course, the 10% of the time they still say the wrong thing, because I usually go for the funny, and I might say something that's just funny but not really flirty. And I don't care because I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. And 90% with people you're not attracted to is good in my opinion. But if I'm attracted to the person, like zero riz. I'm not the same person anymore. I take so long to ask for numbers and shit. I listen. I just hear. I don't listen because I'm thinking about what am I going to say that's going to keep this conversation flowing. That's the main thought in my. It's so stupid, but with time, right? Anyway, learned that on Luke's birthday. Straight from the birthday, we went straight to a gig. It was the midlife man gig. Darren Collins, who is a recent Kalasha Award winner for Best Children's Show, was won an award the same night, but he was hosting the show. Doug Mutai and Titus Mutai, the Mutai brothers, were featuring the show, and Emmanuel motherfucking Kisiangani was headlining the show. And let me tell you, man, if you haven't seen Emmanuel live, Emmanuel, you're missing out on some of the biggest killers, stand-up comedy killers in Kenya. I would say even in East Africa. He's if Emmanuel is given the free reign, which he usually gets anyway, but like he could do some really like he can murder, like even those what's this Tanzanian guy's name, this Ugandan, this guy from Ombokolo comedian. He's very funny. I've done a couple of shows with him, but he doesn't remember me, of course. Salvador, yes. Emmanuel is I would say, not to be biased, but I think when given the free reign on just going free, like don't worry about material or time, Emmanuel is on Salvador a bit higher than him. He's just too good. If you haven't seen him live, you better see him live. And the funny thing is, Emmanuel does not do open mics. He does it. A retard like me has to go to the open mic, has to go to the gym of the joke writing, because otherwise I feel rusty. Otherwise I'm not in the right mindset to be funny. But Emmanuel doesn't do open mics, only does shows where he's getting paid, and he murders. I had so much to learn from Emmanuel on Saturday. Even though I was performing, I also had a good show, but I'm going to say Emmanuel had the headlining show perfect. That is what a headlining show is supposed to be. So, I'm glad I had a lot to learn from Emmanuel. And then, after the show, you just have those conversations with friends about depression and all that shit. It's very common among my work life, my chosen work of life. I think I've just repeated myself. And yeah, doesn't help, but in the moment it kind of helps. Long term, I don't know if it helps or not. Just having the same conversation over and over and over again. You're like, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Fuck it, bro. Just do it. Who cares? And now we're here on Sunday. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Today was also a very fantastic day. Woke up late. Didn't have to wake up early. Oh yeah, yesterday we went to the gym. Today we went to the gym. I'm starting to sweat pretty easily in the gym. That is good. I feel that is a good sign. It means my muscles are ready to sweat. I should add a lot more cardio. We're going very serious with the diet now. I think I was playing around, especially with the birthday of my friend coming up, and just some other things happening in life. I'm like, let me do a few cheat days for now. And I think enough is enough. Man up. Gotta do what men do. We can't be bitches. We can't be lambistic SOBs. We gotta be active and proactive son of bees, So yeah, hopefully you'll see some changes in the body in a couple of years. Yeah, it takes years to see the full. I mean, you guys wouldn't notice because it's gradual, but in a while you'll notice. Hopefully around my birthday, you'll see some shoulders, some chest things. 3 months is good because I've been starting gym since 14th December. So how long will that be? Yeah, 6 months. By then you'll see a few changes. I'm excited to see my new body. It's like I'm getting a new laptop, but I have to work for it slowly. I already have it. I just need to mold it. I don't even make sense. Anyway, watched cricket today. I didn't finish the match because I quickly switched to Arsenal versus Man City. Let's see who won. CSK versus DC. Of course, Delhi won. Freaking awesome. Good for Delhi. Didn't expect that from Delhi to win though. But Arsenal and Man City was 0-0, 0-0. And I would say if there is a game that goes 0-0, the second half is very entertaining. Even though it was 0-0, it was very. Man City was very attacking for a big chunk. But draw is draw. Arsenal is one of those teams that can draw with Man City now. What? There was a time Arsenal hadn't won in like years against Man City, but then they beat them at home, and now they drew away. I wouldn't say it's a bad result. Liverpool is at the top. Let's see how long it stays there. That's all I know about football now. There's not much happening. But anyway, let's read some comments, man. I think today we have quite a few. Brian K, top of the what? Top of the mountain to ya? Sorry, top of the evening. What's up, Brian K? Good to see you on the stream. J-O-B, Ayo, I thought this is crowd work. Nah, man, you guys, this is chodu work. When you work with the chodus, it's chodu work. But crowd work is, I don't know, man, difficult. Because it's fun. Like, so I'm not saying I suck at it. I'm just saying it's my weakest tool, my weakest skill in my stand-up comedy at the moment. Because it's fun. Sometimes, the audience is with you and the person you're chatting up and, they're also with it. They're going with the flow. They're rolling with the punches rather than being very dismissive. They're answering nicely. It's fun. Then it's pretty fun. But sometimes it can go wrong. I think the hardest part is with crowd work, I would say, is first of all, the audience needs to know that I don't know, it sounds stupid and also like selfish, but the comedian doesn't want to talk to everybody, and just because you seated at the front doesn't mean he's going to pick on you. Although I guess in Nairobi it's pretty, you sit in front, they're going to pick on you. That's unfortunate. Also reciprocal. Somebody who also wants it and I also want it. You know what I mean? So then there's a vibe. It's like a banter that goes on. That's fun. But sometimes you meet somebody who don't want to answer one-word answers. And I guess when you just have many of them, I'll figure out a way on how to, handle when people don't want to talk to you. But man, I think this week I did a little bit of crowd work. As I'm talking, I do very, very racist jokes. But a lot of people agree with my racist thoughts and they say, preach, brother, preach. And I'm like, yo, that actually makes me feel nice. When another black man says, preach, brother, preach, when I'm talking racist shit about black people. So I think I'm onto something there with crowd work. But yeah, one problem I have noticed is that I quit too early. Go back to what I was doing. I quit very early. I go for one joke. If it works, it works. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Otherwise, somebody is saying tata goodbye. But anyway, I think we can work. I think, what? I was also thinking, the reason I was taking some time to answer or just say what I'm planning to do with the crowd work things, I think we could do it live. Because it's crowd work, none of it is written material. I'm not really bothered whether I'm burning material because it's material I'm just creating from the crowd. It's neither mine or theirs, right? I think those ones we can do live shows. Live Wednesdays, just crowd work Wednesdays. Good idea, I suppose. And I guess we have it. We have and I think those are the ones which one I can also do, like invite people, have a conversation with you, because after the show I have a lot of adrenaline, yes, but I think I can use that adrenaline to have a conversation with you guys. So maybe that would be something we do. Good idea, man. Shabash, bench. But good to see you on the stream, J-O-B. Table Moza. What's up, my man? What's good, Jugland? Jugland, that's a good name. Are you on Twitch, by the way? Nah, man, not on Twitch. Should I? I don't know. Everybody asks that, but should I? I'm not, I don't know. Too many things to learn. YouTube is fine. I think it's just for mainly joke writing, and I don't know if I have my people on Twitch. Try Twitch. Fuck, no, I have to. You know what? Maybe we'll have a Twitch stream on a specific day. How about that? Once a week on Twitch? I don't know. You tell me. BW, thank you for joining the stream. Check in. How much was the mic, if you can disclose? This was around 3,000 300, 600, somewhere there, from Jumia. I'm not being paid, although I should be. It came with the desk mount, that is this thing over here. It came with the shock mount, that is this thing over here. The mic, the wire. It came with the, what do you call it? The sound card, that's basically a USB. It came with this thingy over here. It also came with a pop filter. But I don't want to use the pop filter because then it covers my whole face, and you're here for my face, not for my voice. You know what I mean? But yeah. Msewa bibi za wenyewe. Ish. Good evening. I like it. You guys have camaraderie amongst each other. That is nice. You guys are like classmates now. Hide your wamamas. Okay, that's funny. Imran, good to see you on the streamer, man. I remember that joke about La Benja in the debate. La Benja? What is La Benja? Or am I... La Benja. Banges? La Benja? Which joke? Which debate? Maybe I need to remember. Because if I've done it before, I can take some notes and improve on it. But yeah. Let's go, Imran. Good to see you on the streamer, man. Watu wa kule chuma team Jimrat. You're right about that. We even got protein powder, man. Tastes just like milk, apparently. It's like, like that powdered milk we used to get. Milky or some milky or milksy. Tastes exactly like that, but unflavored. And I don't know if I can see some improvements, but my friends are saying they can see some improvements. My Muindi friends. So, I don't really trust them because they're Muindis, I mean, trust me, if there's one person who knows about Muindis, is another Muindi. And I can't trust those motherfuckers, They might have some ulterior motives for saying good things to one of their friends. But yeah, man, we will kula this chuma. I love the gym, man. It's slowly growing on me. It's the only place where all these thoughts about the fucking life don't come in your head. All the insecurities are not in your head. I'm just focused on the way exercise should I add. Oh, maybe I should add that one. It makes my exercise longer. Maybe I should do more cardio now because I'm on cutting. Those thoughts, I think, are better. I need a break from the regular fucking thoughts about how awful life is and fucking all the you know what I mean, just complaining about life and oh this is not working, oh this is not, I need some break. An hour, 2 hour break in the day really helps, and then of course you come back to it and just back to the regular thinking. But I think that 1 hour helps in the long run because I don't think about them before. Every day, every now is just how fucking awful, blah blah blah, this is so sad, blah blah blah. Go to the gym, those thoughts happen, but the frequency reduces by day. I don't think they'll go to zero until I'm not a human being anymore. I go get some therapy or some shit. But fuck it, I think it makes me creative. I think my trauma and my overthinking and anxiety about existence makes me creative, pushes me to do things. Not everything that's bad for your mental is bad for your life. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. Ruin your mental, but keep a good life. I don't know, that doesn't even work. Too long. But moving on. So you call Emmanuel, bro, at 10. Think Emmanuel is going to pick up my call. Ebu, let's see. What's up? Oh yeah, I can actually call him from here. Emmanuel. He won't pick, guys. I'm telling you, guys are going to get me feel rejected again. He's not picking, guys. It's ringing. Check it. He has a cool photo. Yeah. You know what? Enough rejection. He's not going to pick. But one day we will do a stream together. Then it'll be fun. Uh, I tried, my man. Eric Maui laptop. So we did the comparison and we found they're pretty similar. We're going to do a lot of joke writing today because it's a lot of how do I say this? Melancholic creative drive at the moment. Today's game in a bowl. Again, as a Liverpool supporter, best result we wished for. Really? Oh yeah, neither of them got 3 points. So you guys have what a two? You guys have a 2 point lead at the top. But don't worry, man. League is in the final stages. This is no time for mistakes. So you'll notice this is when Man City, which is not my team, but I've noticed that this is the part they are pretty cool at. But this time, I don't know if they can't beat Arsenal, my team, at home with Haaland and De Bruyne and Pepe and all that illegal money that they can use to increase the budget and get better equipment and players. Even with all that, they could just draw Arsenal. Maybe this is not their season, Doesn't seem like it, but who knows? Man City, whenever the odds seem against them, sometimes they do come through. So we'll see. Hopefully, I just want Arsenal to win. It's been long, man. These motherfuckers have tried. Our Raila Odingas, Arsenal is our Raila Odinga. Football fans, Raila Odinga, because they come so close, but they don't. Even though sometimes you think they deserve, you know what I mean? There's a reward to persistence that we need to learn from Arsenal's winning the Premier League, Moving on. It's a joke by Salvador. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I haven't heard all of Salvador's jokes. All I know, he's a kid from Ombokolo. The first time I performed with El Salvador was at this club called Galileo. It's on Waiaki, right? Just around next to Kempinski, around that. There's the same lane. Now, I don't know if it's there or not, but that's where it was. So it was Mamito, Aman, Salvador, and I think one more other comedian who I cannot recall. Churchill was the host, of course. And I think it was the first time I ever had done a show at a nightclub kind of place, dark, the strobe lights and shit. And Mamito was the first one to go up. I think her audio was messed up, so the voice could not go. I went up after her. Bro, I not murdered, but of course I'm exaggerating, but I'm gonna say I had a good show. I had a good set. Okay. Then the other comedian went up. I think he bombed. It was difficult. He had a hard time. And then El Salvador got on stage and he talked about Mbokolo. He came with a towel. And I thought it was going to be like a prop. But no, the towel is actually needed because he exerts so much into his performance, into his delivery. He sweats. So he needs the towel to wipe off the sweat because otherwise it comes on his... it's a gym for him. And I don't know, funny comedian. And all I'm saying is Emmanuel might be a little bit better than him. I'm biased. Emmanuel is my friend. BW, tumeweka kwa roho Emmanuel ambiwe, bro. Should we give him a call that's not on WhatsApp? How much credit do I have? *144#. USSD code running. We have 10 Bob. I think we can call him. But if he doesn't pick, what's the point? Emmanuel.
The person you have called is not reachable. We will notify you when the mobile subscriber is back.
Thanks, white lady. So guys, I tried. He's just unreachable. Manu is busy being inconsistent. That is so funny. Because it's kind of true. But I think I might do a Manuel's podcast this week. On Tuesday maybe. So watch out for that, my man. But yeah, he is very inconsistent. I think at the moment the comedian's Mercury is in retrograding right now. All of us who are going through the same bullshit at the same. All of us, all okay. Let me say all the cool kids, all the funny ones. Emmanuel, Aman, Ty, Mina, Ish, but Mina just escaped the Matrix for a while. Brian is not a comedian, but he's my producer, so I'll count him. But he's actually a comedian. He's back into comedy. Freaking George, all of us are going through the same garbage. David, these are all killers, and it's so hilarious. So I kind of understand why Emmanuel is a bit inconsistent, because I know how it can take over your mental. You think it's he's just talking to the mic, which I mean technically it is, and not all of us are as good as Amandeep. Even though my days are shit. But your worst pain is your worst pain, right? So I cannot judge Emmanuel's situation right now. And maybe he's also bored. Who knows? I don't think he's bored. He's been inviting me to do his thingy. Anyway, you know what? Look out for that one. DJ Advani, all the way from Mumbai. Good to see you, my man. How are you? How's Mumbai? How is the income inequality in Mumbai? When I was in Mumbai, man, freaking, first of all, such a easy place to fall in love with if you're a Muindi. It's not bad at all. You just have to get used to the smell of the ocean, which sometimes can smell like the gutter because of all the salt and the gutter. But the one thing I did not get used to, which is I always hear when my friends who go there, is the income inequality. You'll see Audis. I even saw like a Lamborghini or something, like the very low car. These expensive Porsches, you'll see those cars on the road. But you'll also see people who are sleeping on top of a newspaper. That's from 2007. So they have kept this newspaper bedsheet that they use on the pavement since 2007, sorry. But this other guy has a Porsche that is scratching the speed bumps, because the speed bumps are pretty similar to the ones over here. I'm like, I cannot, in Nairobi, to see that you have to go, I think you'll have to go through the southern bypass, right? Because on one side you'll see Kibera, and on the other side you'll see these apartments built up, but at least the bypass is in the middle. There's a bit of a gap, there is right next door, gate to gate, right next to a Starbucks. There's so much poverty. People are living in tunnels. The tunnels you have to install for like the drainage tunnels that are still to be installed. So they put them on the side of the road. People are having the whole family inside one of those tunnels, and it's it makes you appreciate your life a bit more, even though it comes at the expense of sympathy, empathy. I don't know if it's the right way to think about it, but you kind of do. It's one of those emotions that you're like, hey man, at least I'm not them. I don't know if it's a good way of thinking about life, but it comes to your head, But then I think it's also very judgment prone. Sure, the financial situation sucks, but they're happy. So who's really winning here? The guy whose animals are healthy. They're not scaly. They don't have ribs showing. Street animals in Mumbai are healthy. Cats, dogs, people feed them, my man. These are very well kept street animals. I think I had a joke where I said all dogs in Mumbai are pregnant, especially the male ones. That was the joke I made back then. It kind of worked, I'm not gonna lie. People kind of chuckle because I don't know. Thing is, when I went to Mumbai to perform comedy, it was hard for me to gauge whether people see me as a foreigner or as a local. There's a certain leeway or some benefit of the doubt foreigners can get, because hey man, he doesn't fully get the culture, blah blah blah. But if you're local, there's a bit of more, hey, let's see what he has to say about Andheri East. I don't know how they saw me, because my English accent is sometimes very Indian, so it's hard to tell. Like, I just sound so went to a different school, but the English is also very Indian accenty. So I don't know. Now when I go, I'll probably have to focus on that, or just write better jokes. Fucking I'm an idiot. You're taking it too seriously. It's all about the jokes. Moving on. Answered my question within a second. Job wallahi amasai ana chap aish. You guys think Emmanuel is Amezima Simu, he will. I think. Yeah, you're right. I think it's dinchak dika kadak, or is just Kitengela network. I think it's Kitengela network, and he's also banging some guy. He's probably ironing his tight black shirts. You guys. That's true. Emmanuel has really tight black shirts. Have you noticed his necklace? Midlife crisis, if you ask me, my man. But anyway, let's do some joke writing. I can share my screen now. No! All my pornographic material. May I jerk off to Mudavadi, by the way. Moving on. Heads must roll in the substandard fertilizer distribution scandal. Bruh. Heads must roll? Is he implying the French method of taking care of the aristocrats? Too harsh, if you ask me. Too harsh for Kenyans. Kenyans are much more slow death type, like a tie on the neck, not immediate head rolling thing. So since he has said that heads must roll, that can only mean one thing. Nothing is going to happen. The government has warned those behind the supply of substandard fertilizer, saying their days are numbered. If I'm a guy who has sold substandard fertilizer, after reading this, I am so relaxed. This means nothing. I think the reason is because the people in charge of catching me are also my friends. Like, have you ever noticed? I was reading an article about some corruption in the DCI and how the DCI was used to catch the DCI. First of all, I'm sure those were not the only corrupt DCI people. Those are just the ones the DCI department did not like. Because they were really going after all the corrupt people in DCI. They need a whole different department because, you know what I mean? How do I say this? The whole class's name is in the noisemakers list. Politicians, there's a lot of conflict of interest that we just let happen all day along in our country, because I think the main reason we let that happen is because we don't understand the definition of conflict of interest. You're saying my interests are conflicting? No, as a matter of fact, my interests are properly well aligned in both areas. There's no conflict of interest. It's a merger of interests that creates too much possible. It's actually a synergy of interests. I'm using big words. That's a good joke. Synergy of interests. Conflict of interest is a weird word, but now I'm doing a lot of Jerry Seinfeld type of material. What's the deal with conflict of interest? If you think about it, all my interests are synergized. What's the deal with conflict of interest of conflict? Think about it. Is all your interests synergized? Moving on. What else did he say? That's it? Their days are numbered? We're telling the National Cereals Produce Board, NCBP. Oh, you guys, this is the serious shit now. They've brought in the NCBP, the National Cereals and Produce Board. It's serious, bro. It's serious. You should not delay anymore because you know very well when you follow the supply and distribution chain properly, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. I like this pose politicians have. So the other day, I was in Uganda for a benchmarking meeting. Okay, he's calling for an end to doctor strike. I don't know, man. What does a bishop know about medicine? I'm just saying, you call bread the body of Christ. I'm just saying. When it comes to human anatomy, I'm not gonna believe you, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I believe a doctor. I'm just saying, bro. Don't hate on me, mister. I know there's so many things you say right. But come on, man. Don't call for an end of the doctor strike. Let them strike, bro. But I want my doctors paid, by the way. If doctors are not getting paid, but politicians are, I think we have a problem. Which is also funny. Politicians kind of get to decide their own salary. What an interesting public servant where he gets to decide his own salary. Not at a... You can't do that for other servants. You don't have Margaret coming at home. By the way, madam, I want my salary will be 17k. What do you mean will be, bitch? This is 2.5 per year. Take it or leave it. And she takes it because times are tough. That's how we're supposed to treat these politicians. Hey, man, the salary for a politician is 17k before tax. Take it or leave it. So the only people who are going to become politicians then are people who care, or people who can just afford to not live on a 17k salary. So same way with internships. You know what I mean? Only people who really care and people who can support themselves without the financial are going to take for their internships. So what's the big deal? Same for politicians. I would also like to know, like, what the what do you call it? The voting process of deciding your own salary would be. Like, some politicians stand up. Okay, so the next agenda is our remuneration. Guys, last time we added the 19 Land Cruisers after retirement. I think we went a little low with that one. I think it's supposed to be 21. Everybody agrees? Okay, everybody agrees. So, second agenda, I think we should increase our salaries by 200,000. Everybody who agrees with me, say aye. Everybody says aye. And then only one person says nay. Like, hey, Jonathan, why are you saying no? You don't want your salary? Everybody's salary is going to increase by 200k. You don't want that? Nah, man. I think we should increase our salary by 300,000. Fuck yeah, bro. Jonathan is the guy. Bipartisan collaboration. I think then they won't have problems. Then there is no opposition. Then everybody is just on the same team. Like, even having the photo of the number one public servant at your workplace, it doesn't. What's the point? We get it. You got the votes. Stop rubbing it on the loser. Can you imagine? I think I have a friend who has a joke like that. I'm not sure. Like, you have a joke. You apply for a job at Pizza Inn. You don't get it. But the person who gets it now has his photo displayed at every Pizza Inn, every Domino's, every Kentucky Fried Chicken, every Nelson and Nelson hardware shop. No, you just have to see his face all the time. But maybe I get Raila's anger sometimes. Like, even with presidents, I've noticed that whenever the new one comes in, we start missing the old one. Suddenly, the one before the new one was even better, because that's how bad the new one is, Like, I wasn't there for the Moi presidency, but everybody talks about it so fondly. There was maziwa wanyayo, you could get milk in school, and education, and dictatorship was nice, because I don't know why then Kibaki became president, and I don't know why a lot of people love Kibaki. He's good, but let's be honest. He was at least 50% of the political reason why Kenya had its biggest traumatic events. Post-election violence. He was at least 50% of the political reason. And the other 50 was the opposition. So you know what I mean. People forget that part. That some way there was a hand to play. People only remember, he was an economist, but he was also an egomaniac in a way. Not to shit on people who have passed away, but I think it's too soon, too late now. Like, he had his face on a 40 bob coin. 40. Use 220s. 2 mois are enough. Don't need to create a whole 40 bob, bro. Relax. So we started, I think that was when Uhuru became president. We started, the greatest economist Kenya's ever had. Because Uhuru apparently was losing 2 billion a day. When you hear 2 billion a day, that 40 bob coin doesn't seem such a bad idea. I get it. But now, Ruto is president and everybody is suddenly so in love with Uhuru. They're like, so what he was drinking? At least taxes weren't this high. So what? At least his memes were fire. Just pettiness. You guys don't remember pettiness. You don't remember when he does this. That was funny, man. Taxes and petrol and dollar was lower. And now I'm thinking, bro, who's the next person? Because they're going to make us fall in love with Ruto. What are they going to do? Are they going to privatize the national anthem and sell the rights to China? So every time Kiplagat wins the race, we have to pay some royalties to China because now we play the national anthem. Now instead of putting his photo at the workplace, you have to also put his wife's photo. Just to make sure he knows he's banging this woman day in, day night. You know what I mean? He's going to make Niger, our pidgin, our official language. Every Kenyan will be forced to say, Oga, my guy, you guy, my Oga. My Oga, you Oga. I go beat you, Oga. That's all I know in pidgin. I go beat you. Give me back my money. Oga, M-Pesa my money, Oga. I don't know. What is the person going to be that is going to make us love Ruto? Is it going to be a woman? Hey yo, lo, sexism jokes. Sexy gym jokes. Do we have comments? Our government is so accountable at threatening the situation after it has happened. You're right. Once it has happened, they're good at saying, by the way. That one was not supposed to. That's not a good thing. Where is Moi? Or should I say Arab? People miss Moi, especially on Twitter sometimes. Like, well, at least I had food and all those things, and it was only after the coup he got crazy. Before that, he was very nice. I'm like, bro, relax, read a book, motherfucker. Or should I? I think I should read a book. But yeah, I mean, maybe you don't, because I guess ukona ka akili hapo juu, but there are quite a number of people who miss more the free milk. They miss it. I don't think 2007 had anything to do with Kibaki, bro. Oh yeah, it had nothing to do with Kibaki and Raila. You're right. They had no role to play. If Kibaki wasn't, if he had just accepted the results, or one of them. I think you're right. Maybe you're right. Did Kibaki have a role to play in 2000 post-election violence? I think he had. I mean, wasn't he also running? Is in part a consequence of the Benchod. BW. Bencho the. Where is it? Okay. Let's read this part. Let's zoom in kidogo chodya. I think you can read this one. The post-election violence in early 2008 therefore is in part a consequence of the failure of President Kibaki and his first government to exert whatever the answer is. Control F, fail. Sorry, that's disgusting. Ugh. Oh yeah, this is commission, blah blah. So this is what people say that that had some research on it. President Kibaki to exert political control over the country or to maintain sufficient legitimacy as would have followed a civilized contest with him at the polls to be possible. Kibaki's regime failed to unite the country and allowed feelings of marginalization to fester. Oh, these are hard words. Into what became the post-election violence. He and his then government were complacent. What does complacent mean? I think it means to agree with or let things happen the way they happen. BW, I think you're getting a lesson here, Benchod. Showing a smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievement. That's literally not what I thought it would. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm the idiot. Oh yeah, smug or uncritical satisfaction. Makes sense. They were kind of okay with it, I guess. In the support they considered they would receive in any elections from the majority Kikuyu community and failed to heed the views of the legitimate leaders of other communities. So I think maybe not 50, maybe like 48%. You know what I mean, my boy? Reres Shererji. Yo, does anyone in the chat got Minecraft Bedrock? Never mind lagging. Hey, can everybody help Reres? Actually, never mind. JOB, do you and Minecraft? You guys have no Minecraft? You guys should get Minecraft. I hear it's a very gay game. Moving on, let's read a few. How much time do we have? Are we done? We're done 59 minutes. We can do a couple more. Let me read some jokes that I'm trying to work on. Oh, yeah. So, this is crooked. That much better. So, like on M-Pesa, when you're using, not M-Pesa, when you're using data on Safaricom, and suddenly the internet stops working, but you don't get that network bar with a question mark as a notification, because that implies your data is ran out, so you need to buy more data. You're thinking, man, okay, so I still have data, so where's my Twitter not reloading? And then a second later you get a message, only 2 MB remains in your data plan. I'm like, come on, man, this message is too late. You can't send me this message once my 2 MB has gone. This message needs to come a lot more earlier, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking if Safaricom was the one making pregnancy tests, the result would come when the child is in primary school. And the result would say, not pregnant. That's a bit I'm working on. It's just literally that one liner. It's just the beginning is pretty wordy. So many things to get to the point. Maybe I should just start at, the 2 MB message. Have you noticed it comes pretty late? Like once your data is over, that's when it shows up. Oh, you have only 2 MB. Bro, this message should have come when I had 2 MB remaining. Not 0. So maybe that's why Safaricom doesn't make pregnancy tests. Because if they did, you'd get it when the child is in standard 8. And the result would say, not pregnant. I think that's a better way of saying it. It's shorter, straight to the point. Not a lot of bullshit. Because I think in the beginning, a lot of bullshit. When you buy data and then you use it. So much crap. I think that one is pretty cool. Shit. Should I do this one? Breakups are embarrassing. I think I've done this one. Also as a child, uh, of an immigrant child. This is a pain that I don't think many childs go through, but immigrant children go through. Is translating the news for your parents. And my parents only wanted to watch the 7 o'clock news because by 9 they were asleep. And if you know anything, 7 o'clock news in Kenya is in Kiswahili Sanifu. And me, I was a fucking idiot. Still am, but I was even a bigger one when I was younger. So I used to lie quite a lot when I didn't. I'm like, bro? This is the World Bank. Why do you care about the World Bank, bro? You're a lathe operator. I'll tell you about steel price or something. You don't need to about the physical policy, bro. Like I'm in standard 4. They're talking about the physical policy of Nairobi of the country. I'm like, what the fuck is a fiscal policy? And I have to explain to my father what these people in this bench are talking about. So I just used to lie. I'm like, I just talking about the football and how they're going to not chase away the Indians during elections, right, Dad? Oh, thank God. I used to think they would chase away the Indians, but now they're putting on the news. I don't think they will. But that's an actual fear among Indians or brown-looking people, is that whenever elections happen, we will be chased away by the ruling party of the next one. I think it happened in Uganda in the 80s or 70s. I'm not sure when, but it was long ago before I was born. And that kind of fear has genetically, how you say your genes remember the fear? So that kind of fear has been genetically passed on to the next generation. That whenever elections happen, the next president is gonna chase us away. How, bro? They're all in cahoots. They need the Indians. As you grow up, you realize it's unlikely to happen. It might. It's still in Africa, but pretty unlikely. And if they do, perfect, man. Refugee status, go to Sweden, bro. Fuck yeah, bro. Go to UK. Don't go to India. If you get the chance, go to a country you wouldn't get the visa as a Kenyan. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. And the worst is when, I feel bad for Baba, because Baba is usually the one that is always thought to be the guy to chase away the Indians. WhatsApp messages around election days to your Indian parents, just have a look. If you have an Indian friend, tell him, go have a look at your parents' WhatsApp messages. There are a lot of propaganda in those, Bana. As you can see in this speech, Raila said the Indians will have to go back for Kenya to thrive. And then the link is not even a video, it's a .exe file. You're like, maybe mom, don't click on it. So yeah, I'm trying to weave in a joke about like post-election violence, because we didn't go to India during post-election. We just had holidays, and my father's like, yo, why are people? What's happening? Why are people running around? I'm like, Dad, don't worry. The Olympics are happening, and you know how Kenya wins gold medals and stuff. So they're just practicing for the running. That's why we have holidays, because they want to practice on the roads. Those track fields, they're so packed, because everybody wants to win gold. So they are giving a long holiday, indefinite holiday, until we have enough gold winners. Because I'm like, what the hell is post-election? I know violence, but what is post-election? I was too young to understand those things. So I lied quite a lot. I don't know. There's so many lies I have to create for that joke to work. Because the running, tear gas. I have to explain the tear gas. Dead bodies. They're not died. They're sleeping dead. Don't worry. Go to bed. I don't know. What else happened when I was younger? Blue Band Choco was a thing. Oh yeah, I used to like fake news just so I could, make things go my way. Dad, they're saying that if you want your child to have proper brain development, you're supposed to get him Blue Band Choco. As you can see, this hot lady, she gives that to her son. And that's why, they're where they are, Dad. It's because of Blue Band Choco. It's on the news, I'm not lying. So I'm just saying we should get more before the one we have right now runs out. It's on the news, Dad. I don't know. I think there's some things I can still play with that. It's still very raw idea. What else can I play? So there's the post-election violence, the blue band choco, translate just hard words. I think there's something there. Let me put some notes down. Translating for my parents, I want to say hard words. Oh yeah, running on elections, PEV, blue band choco. Maybe I have three kind of areas to go in. I'm sure there are more. Just imagine just translating the news for parents when you're young. And my parents weren't even paying attention. My father was just waiting to pass time, so because he wanted to watch SmackDown versus Raw. But he didn't know about the SmackDown that was raw dogging people on the streets that night. Oh, this is going to be a weird joke. SmackDown versus Raw. Versus Raw. He was missing the Raw SmackDown happening on the streets. Weird joke. I don't know how it's going to go, but we can try. No, but not on Wednesday, because Wednesdays is crowd work. I think I also ponder on it about a lot more, because the premise is, I like it. It's pretty interesting, but I can't think of anything because, man, full disclosure, today was just a tearful day. Sucks, man. Like, you get tired of just being this miserable every day, bro. You're like, fuck, man, when is it gonna end? And I don't think it does. You just have to be strong or change mindset, whatever the answer is. I don't know yet, but it sucks going through it. When they say when you want to achieve great things, you have to go through the suffering and the pain. Yeah, metaphorically you think it's nothing because you're just hearing the word, but when you're going through it, it seems so much, but it also is not. It's such a hard thing. I don't know, maybe it's easy, I just haven't figured it out. It's going to take some time, but anyway. So maybe that's why my brain's a bit dud in the creative writing part, because there's so many emotions that really need to be sorted. But that's the whole point of joke writing. So let's continue joke writing. Let's push the sad feelings away. Let's put them fucking down, close the lid, throw them in our memory, and maybe someday we'll scream at our own daughter and get those feelings out, and be cured, and now give our daughter enough trauma to make her have a personality. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I've done this one. Young dads, have I done the young dads joke? I don't know. Like, I was talking to some rich fellas and they said, Amon, you're supposed to get married at an early age so that you can have a child at an early age, so by the time you're like 38, your child is already 18, so you're like a young dad. Like, bencho, dad's not supposed to be young. That's supposed to be old wise men. Yeah, I think I've done this one here. Have I added anything new? I think I added a part where, like, in the future, how kids, I think I've done, I did this on Tuesday. Like, in the future when kids start comparing their fathers, ours is, my father can beat your father. My father has bigger muscles. My father's sky is bigger than your father. Ours was like that. But kids in the future, because of social media and stuff, or kids now, I guess, are going to be like, hey, my father has more followers than your father. Yeah, but my father is verified. Yeah, he bought that verification. Yeah, just the same way your father bought the followers. I don't know. And the thing is, young fathers are going to marry young mothers. You've seen ladies. If the men are not ready, even if the woman is you know what I mean, is yikes is what comes to my mind. Like, your mom still uses filters, bro. Your mom has a Snapchat. Come on, she's gonna cheat on your father immediately. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just my generation, right? Everybody thinks their generation is doomed. Even they found like so many old scriptures or like blocks of like written language from what is not Abyssinia, but like this old. They had names. Tunakipopol. What are the words? Oldest civilization. The Babylon. Is it Babylon? The Mesopotamian civilization. Yes. Apparently, they found some blocks from this civilization, and it's about a guy who is complaining. Is like a journal note or something. How his current situation or current generation is fucked. Like women don't cook, children are talking back to their parents, and men have stopped hunting. We are doomed. And that's how I feel sometimes. You're just complaining about things that are happening in your generation, but life moves on. It's not a big deal. Might seem to you because you're a loser, but life moves on, my man. Blue Band Chuck. Sorry, it was Blue Band Choco. CHOCO. Delicious. I think. Why did they stop it? Maybe it was too unhealthy for kids. An addictive personality. Kibanya G. Good to see you on the stream, my man. This one about the unreliable translator is awesome. Reminds me of a bit about two drug dealers who don't speak the same language, who shot the translator after he got them into a Mexican standoff. Maybe you know what? Maybe I should have been listening to the. Maybe I wish they had the sign language lady. Because then I could have made up shit. When I was younger, but I didn't. Oh no, camera is stuck. Right time for camera to get stuck because we're about to close the stream. I think we read a few comments. The last ones before we say goodbye. My dad has a GTR. Fuck off. Oh, young dads. My dad has a GTR. You're right. Instead of my dad has a Toyota. The Safcom bit is sharp. Dope joke. The translator ended up transitioning. Hilarious. I am laughing. You might not see even though the video is stuck. And I think with that, guys, we can call it a night. Thank you for joining my joke writing process. I haven't written jokes in a while, but we're slowly getting there. I think my joke writing is increasing. Feeling good about that. But I guess for now, I just want to say thank you. See you tomorrow for sure. Happy Easter, Benchods. You guys are great. Make me feel nice, less lonely, less schizophrenic. And see you tomorrow. With that, I want to say goodbye and